at Pride Park in front of thousands and thousands of fans. A sold-out Pride Park as we get ready for England versus Australia. Coming next.
On BBC iPlayer.
Women like us are invisible. Do you want to be in a rock band?
From the writer and creator of Happy Valley.
We sing songs about being middle-aged and menopausal.
You're on in 5.
Riot Women.
This is our time. We need to grasp it.
Watch on BBC iPlayer.
BBC Radio Derby.
Sports scene.
Welcome along. It is 10 to 7. You are live. We are live from Pride Park. My name is Sam Fletcher. You're listening to Radio Derby, but welcome also to everybody listening on Sports Extra tonight as we build up very soon to the Lionesses taking on the Matildas. They've not met for a couple of years. It was the World Cup last time these two met when England knocked out Australia in the semi-finals. Sitting to my left, we have our fantastic commentary team. We have got Ed Dawes, who will be with Kira Wright and Lauren Taft, who are former Derby County women's players. Can you believe this atmosphere? It's so loud. Can you hear me? I can just
about hear you, and you're sitting right next to us.
But do you think Australia are going to be coming ready for revenge after we knock them out the World Cup? Is that what's going to be going on here, do you think?
We said this earlier when we were talking about it, that you could probably see it as revenge, but I think a couple of years has gone by, things have changed, we've got a new manager coming, so yeah, they'll be up for a fight though, there's no taking that away today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think now they're being firmly WSL players in the Australia squad. I think it'll not just be revenge from that, it's also kind of prove a point to their teammates as well that they play against week in, week out.
You're right. We can see the big England badge in the centre. It's kind of being twizzled around. I don't know how else to say that. That's exactly what's happening. There are loads of young people out there with a huge flag in the middle of Pride Park. We've got fireworks. We've got loud music. There are people everywhere in this sold-out crowd. We're all waiting for the Lionesses to come out. I think we're going to have the trophy, which, you know, is actually just as exciting as the people, coming out in just a second. We're all getting ready for that. That's going to be walked out by Grace Clinton and Lauren Hemp. The action in the tunnel seems to be building. I think they're probably going to be coming out soon. Is that the match ball I can see? I think I can see the match ball. It's all building up to this moment very, very soon. Gosh, I think I've said the word excited about 500 times, but that's probably how we sum it up right now, isn't it, Lauren?
I think that's definitely the best way to describe it. Very exciting for the fans, for us. It's such an enjoyable moment to do this in the Midlands.
It's so special. I just can't believe that all of these people are here right now inside Pride Park, and we're about to see an international friendly, but as we said, there is absolutely no such thing as a friendly. England will want to win, Australia want to win, and these fans want to see their sporting heroes. And this is the moment where we are going to welcome the trophy. Wow, look at that. The Euros trophy is being walked out onto the pitch to a roar of applause here. Grace Clinton and Lauren Hemp alongside a fantastically shiny looking trophy. Someone's been shining that up, I'd say. Oh, we've got fireworks in the air and everything. Wow. This is pretty special. What do you make of the trophy? Have you seen it up close before?
No, this is probably closest we've seen it, but it's incredible they brought it home. I think back-to-back Euros just says it in itself, doesn't it?
It's an incredible achievement. Do you remember where you were the moment that they won the Euros?
Yeah, I was actually with some family and friends watching it, so lovely environment to be in, and yeah, it's amazing to watch it.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, they kept us on our toes, didn't they, throughout it, and I'm just so glad they brought it home.
I felt absolutely sick. Had to sit in my lucky place, but they did it, and they did it in style. We can see up on the big screen to my left now, out of the tunnel, here come both England and Australia, ready for tonight's game. Hannah Hampton there in her fantastically green shorts, not too far from home in the Midlands, ready to take on this game. The fireworks are in the sky. The flag in the middle is doing bits. It's wobbling around. We've got flags everywhere. The ground is absolutely packed. And the players are now lining up in front of the Australia flag and the England flag. Everyone around us has got their phone out, ready to take a picture. And those fireworks are so warm that I can take off one of my many, many You're listening to Radio Derby and Sports Extra here. My name is Sam Fletcher and we are building up to kick off very, very soon. And we are hearing the national anthem of Australia. Do either of you know the words to the national anthem?
Fortunately not.
And now, the England national anthem as the Lionesses are here at Pride Park. How amazing was that moment? Behind us, in the stand opposite, there was all little pieces of white and red that made up this incredible England flag. Wasn't that pretty special?
Very special. I think it's nice when you come together like that. It just shows what we can do as a group of fans. So yeah, it's brilliant to see.
Here we go. This is the moment where the Lionesses take on the Matildas here at Pride Park. My name's Sam Fletcher, but it is time to pass over to your commentary team to bring you the commentary for this game where we hope England are going to get the win over Australia. Handing over now to Ed Dawes, who is joined by former Derby County Women's players Kira Wright and Lauren Taft.
Thank you, Sam. Welcome to Pride Park. Welcome to the city of Derby and Pride Park Stadium, a venue made for top-flight football and international football. We have England, but Derby are a little bit behind the pecking order at the moment. After their defeat to Brazil at the start of the homecoming tour on Saturday, Sarina Wiegman has made 5 changes for England. She has given senior debuts to Arsenal's Taylor Hines and Aston Villa's Lucia Kendall. Back comes Hannah Hampton, who picked up an elbow injury but is okay to play today. Lucy Bronze, Aggie Beaver-Jones are also back. Out go Keating, Carter, Greenwood, Kelly and Stanway. Hampton in goal then. A back four of Lucy Bronze, Maya Letitia, Esme Morgan and Taylor Hines. Kira Walsh, the captain, and Lucia Kendall in the middle, with Beth Mead, Ella Toon and Aggie Beaver-Jones supporting Alicia Russo in attack. 4 changes for Australia as they play their final game in their tour of the Northern Hemisphere. Mackenzie Arnold in goal. A back four of Winona Heatley, Caitlin Ford, Alana Kennedy and Claire Hunt. Katrina Gorey and Steph Catley in the middle, with Amy Sayer, Ellie Carpenter and Kira Cooney Cross behind legendary Sam Kerr, who is captain of the Matildas this evening. Your referee is Liana Dimitrescu. She is Romanian and she refs at Euro 22 when it was held in England. She did Denmark and Finland at the MK Stadium and Switzerland versus the Netherlands at Bramall Lane in Sheffield. The entire refereeing team is made up of her country folk. England in whites and blue shorts and white socks, and the Matildas in all black with green trim this evening at Pride Park. It is heaving, it is packed, it's a fantastic atmosphere, and it is something we've been looking forward to in these parts for a very long time. It will be the Lionesses who attacked the north stand of Pride Park in the first half. And let's hope that they can pick up a win, get back to winning ways, as we check that everybody is ready. And we are go in the Lionesses against the Matildas, live in Derby at Pride Park this evening, as Maya Le Tissier comes out of the back with the ball for England and finds Taylor Hines immediately. Ball pushed round the corner to Keira Walsh, and England having some early possession up the right-hand side with Beth Mead. It's a steady start by the Lionesses. Of course, they have been questioned in the past about their start to games of football in which they are not up to the pace immediately, but Serena Wiegman came out and said that that was not something she'd observed, although Saturday it may have been. Throw into Australia down the right-hand side, looking for Sam Kerr, who gets the ball laid off into midfield. Cooney cross, it goes back into the Australia half. There's some backpedaling to do here. There's a back pass to the goalkeeper, and the clearance by Arnold is sliced downfield and off an Australian player and out for a throw in on this near side. High tempo needed, Keira, in these opening stages.
Yeah, I think that counter press just showed, I think, what our intentions are in this game. We kind of pressed the ball and forced a mistake from the Australian keeper in the first couple of minutes, and I think that'll be what England are trying to do all game, to be honest.
Ball is in the centre circle with Esme Morgan, who comes into the Australia half now and puts it out to the left. Beaver Jones knocks it down the line. Opportunity for Ella Toone. Toone has it, runs it back to debutant Taylor Hines into midfield, and a misplaced pass from Keira Walsh goes out of play for a throw into Australia on this near side. The Australian coach, Joe Montemuro, and his very white trainer's suit and scarf, looking very cultured down in the technical area, away to our left-hand side, as the drum starts its first foray into the atmosphere. England have possession. We've played 2 minutes. You're listening to live commentary of the Lionesses against the Matildas, live from Pride Park, with Ed Dawes and former Derby County women's stars Keira Walsh and Lauren Taft. And it's Australia who have the ball at the back with Claire Hunt, who now runs it back to Arnold. Russo closing down, but a nice triangle of passing between Heatley and the defender Hunt. But Russo is always a pain in the side, and England pressing here, and Australia just managing to get out with Heatley, and England win the ball back. Ball on the edge of the penalty area. Referees played on. They wanted a foul. The shot comes in. It's deflected. The effort from Ella Toone, and then Australia managed to clear it, but England win it back. Here is Beaver Jones, and now Kendall, and out to the left again for Taylor Hines. Closed down quickly. Ball played inside. England keep possession and switch it back across the centre. It was a good ball to Le Tissier, who's got a team out on the right side with Beth Mead. She holds the ball up, pushes it round the corner. Nice ball into Toone, side of the penalty area, lays it back. Cross comes in, across goal, and a miscue at the back post. It was Aggie Beaver Jones who should have put the ball away, and England's first and best chance of the game, goal kick.
Yeah, fantastic start from England. I think the way we started to press and get on the front foot early is going to help us, so we can keep this up now, we can create more chances.
I think, like we spoke about from that press initially, I think we've just created our own chance from that, and I think Ella Toone probably could have got a shot earlier, but Aggie Beaver Jones coming in the back post, probably ball count herself unlucky there not to get on the end of that cross.
England defending, but then giving the ball away in midfield. Referee has given a foul for a late challenge there by Sam Kerr, or was it handball? I think it was handball. She's pointing to an area of her body, but she disagrees with Iuliana Dimitrescu's decision, and the free kick is taken by England. The ball is put out to the right-hand side. A miscontrol by Lucy Bronze. Ball given away. England will win it back though on the halfway line now with Maya Le Tissier. Morgan pushes it left to Taylor Hines, who opts for safety and goes back to the back line. England quite comfortable, just knocking the ball around, trying to forge a passage in front, pull Australia out of position. That's a misplaced pass, and Australia break over the halfway line with Gorey. Gorey's ball to Sayer, down the right wing it goes. A good challenge as Carpenter tried to get away and Hines got back, and it's a throw in level the edge of the England penalty area on the right. Looked like a foul throw there by Carpenter. Australia keep possession. The challenge is going to come in from Beaver Jones, and it's a good one, and England win the ball back, and they have it on the edge of their own penalty area, but they look assured in possession of the ball. And Esme Morgan goes all the way back to Hannah Hampton, who's going to be closed down by Sam Kerr, and her pass has managed to bisect two Australian players who are pressing, and England are moving up the right-hand side, and it's a good ball for them to try and make their way. The challenge comes in on Lucia Kendall. England take the throw in quickly. Alicia Russo is up the right, and she's got Ella Toone in the middle. There's a run on the inside here from Lucy Bronze, holds the ball up, lays it back. Toone on the edge of the box, and then a shot is wayward and over the bar. But it's a nice counter-attack from England and a goal kick. 6 minutes gone. England 0, Australia 0. Lauren.
Yeah, the chances are coming now. You can see that Esme Morgan's trying to get into pockets in the midfield. Australia are going to make it difficult though, but that was a great chance there. Obviously Lucy Bronze making the inside run as well, so hope we could do more of that and create more chances.
Goal kick taken short, out to the left back. On that far side is Winona Heatley, pushes it forward, knocked over the top. Opportunity to run down that left-hand side for Sam Kerr now. Gets the ball down at feet. She's got a defender coming back to close her down. Edge of the penalty area now. Little short pass, edge of the box. Players arriving for Australia, and a shot from the edge of the box, which is ambitious, has been charged down. And England managed to retain possession midway through their own half. Ambitious shot from there, Kira.
Yeah, I think Australia probably just wanted to get hold of the ball a little bit. I think that was probably the wrong decision. I think they could have built around the box and kind of put England on the back foot for a couple of minutes. But I think that's Australia's game. It's a high press, it's a transition game. I think they like to be as direct as possible, as you've seen with that shot.
Here come England again. Russo battling with the defender. The defender wants the goalkeeper to come. Arnold stays on her goal line though. England win the ball back out on the right, ball inside. Russo in the penalty area, very narrow to the byline, gets it across goal. Header on target and just wide. And it was a good leap from Beaver Jones. And England causing Australia problems at the back. A bit of panic set in there. The goalkeeper stayed rooted to the line as Kennedy wanted her to come, but she didn't. And in the end, England have had two really good chances and should be ahead surely.
Yeah, I think that's now 2 or 3 chances we've created from the press, and I think we'll be looking at that and missed chances, especially from the back post. I think Aggie Beaver-Jones has done well to come in the back post, but I think she'll want to do better there.
Lucy Bronze has it as Australia give the ball away too easily. Ball into the edge of the box is headed away. But Australia managed to pick it up on this near side with Cooney Cross under pressure from plenty of England white shirts, managing to play it out though and doing really well with Hannah Gorey. Into the middle it goes. Kerr comes off the front, plays it down the right wing, but it's overhit and it's gone out of play for a throw into England in the left back position on this near side. Plenty of WSL representatives in this Australian side, and plenty of honours as well. It's a bit of a strange one really. They all know each other pretty well, teammates. What's that like going out on the pitch, Lauren, when you're playing against teammates? I mean, I guess it's the same in the men's game quite a lot, but here tonight it's the majority of the WSL, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of them, so yeah, it's just a real feeling. I think sometimes it has its blessings in some ways, you know how a certain player works, but then going against him, it's got its challenges, and how to break them down, it's very difficult. And they're in some top clubs, so Arsenal, United, Chelsea, they're all together, so the connections are there, so it's going to be tough tonight. 9
minutes gone. England 0, Australia 0. And commentary from Ed Dawes, Lauren Taft and Kira Rai here at Pride Park this evening on BBC Radio Derby, BBC Sounds and 5 Sports Extra. Ball in midfield with the Lionesses and Ella Toone, who recycles it. It goes back and push forward again, and Toone will pick it up, and it's space on the left-hand side if she can find a pass. England coming forward with Beaver Jones, who's been involved in everything so far, to Toone on the edge of the penalty area. Back to Beaver Jones, down the left side, on our right foot, needs support, uses Taylor Hines. And the referee, what's she doing there? It's hit her, I think, in the pass, whilst England were in possession. Stops the play, picks it up, drops it to Taylor Hines, and we carry on. I didn't see that. It was a funny angle. although the England players were quite frustrated that that move was broken down by the official being in the way. Ball in midfield, England have it. Lucia Kendall goes round in a circle and then runs it out to that right-hand side. And now it's coming over to the left, and it's Ella Toone. Good run down that left side. Aggie Beever-Jones once more gets the byline, pulls it back, deflected. And Australia managed to deal with it. And then Taylor Hines slips and then does the splits. It looked painful, but she's okay. And England win it back really well with Esme Morgan, who would not let Sam Kerr rest in possession. And England soak up possession once more with Taylor Hines once more. 10 minutes gone, 0-0. And here's Esme Morgan for England on the edge of the centre circle. Out to the left is Toone. Some serious trumpet action somewhere in this stand away to our right. As Esme Morgan keeps possession. Great to see the Pride Park Stadium crowd turn out this evening, and as you heard if you were listening to BBC Radio Derby earlier today, there are people from all over the country who have made the trip here this evening to watch the Lionesses in their homecoming tour. Nearly 40,000 made it to the Etihad on Saturday as England lost to Brazil, and we'll have just over 30,000, probably about 32.5 here this evening as the ball goes out of play on the far side. It's Heatley who could not keep the ball in play from the pass. England take the throw in, and Lucy Bronze will find Lucia Kendall. Steady start by England, Kira.
Yeah, and I think what you're seeing now is we've kind of gone to a different shape in the build. I think we kind of revert to a 3 in the back, and then Lucy Bronze seems to push up quite high on the right-hand side, which gives Beth Mead the opportunity to drop into those pockets in the 10 position, and I think that's working quite well for us. It then helps us to set up from when we lose the ball to kind of win the ball back, and we've seen that 2 or 3 times now. We win the ball in the high press.
England keeping possession, passing, moving Australia out of shape. Esme Morgan now runs it across the back line as they switch the play out to the right-hand side at Pride Park as they attack the North Stand in this first half. We've played nearly 12 minutes, 0-0. England having 3 really good chances early on, all falling to Aggie Beever-Jones, who's on the ball now, into Ella Toone, steps away from 2 defenders. Beever-Jones goes down the left-hand side, gets the byline, pulls it across goal, turned away at the near post by a defender, comes back, Taylor Hines goes in for the challenge. Ball comes away, she will pick up the loose ball from Sayer, and then it's back on the halfway line with England, who slow it down to walking pace once more. Here is Taylor Hines, round the corner, gives it short. England go again with Toone. Beever-Jones again. Now Kira Walsh, captaining England tonight. Back to Hines once more. Pass and move again. England trying to just cause Australia the problems where there is a spare person, and there's a great ball in, and it's deflected. There's an opportunity here for Beever-Jones, and scores! But the flag is up and it won't count. And that's a shame, because it was a really good passing move from England. And the ball in the end was deflected over the top, and Beever-Jones had breached the back line, and the ball was lifted over the goalkeeper. We may have a VAR check as well in the meantime, but at the moment the referee just saying, just wait a minute. It's a great move though, Lauren, wasn't it?
That was a brilliant move, great bit of pocket of space there to find that as well. I think that's what we're looking for, is to break Australia down now, and the more we can shift the ball, the way we're combining together, and it's a lot of it starting from Esme Morgan as well. She's stepping up from the centre back position. It's like Kira said, creating a bit of back 3 to allow those movements, so I think we can keep doing that. We should get another chance like that again.
Referee Iuliana Dimitrescu has one arm in the air, ready for the indirect free kick downfield for offside. Ball is won by Morgan. Sam Kerr gets her head in, but England retain possession and run it back to Hannah Hampton, who hasn't had many touches in these opening stages of this first half here at Pride Park. Nearly quarter of an hour gone, and it's England 0, Australia 0. Ball is with Esme Morgan. Midway through her own half, she opts to go back to Hannah Hampton, who's giving it her back. It's very much walking pace at the moment, and then England just click into gear like they did moments ago. As they push up on the right-hand side with Maya Letizia over the top, looking for the run of Alicia Russo. Out comes goalkeeper Arnold, trying to shepherd it out of play over the byline, but he's going to have to go into action and launch it out for an England throw-in. Level the penalty area on the right. Comes back in. Kendall's in there. Kendall has it for England now. pushes it back out to the right, and then Lucy Bronze flicks it round the corner, looking for Beth Mead. England still keeping possession. Goes all the way back to the halfway line, and Esme Morgan once again in the heart of the back three in possession. Ball out to the right once more. Here is Lucy Bronze. Walsh is nearby if she wants it. Going to go back into her own half, quite deep, and has put it all the way beyond Maya Le Tissier and back to Hannah Hampton, and England will build once more. Who do you think will be the happier of the opening of the head coaches in the opening stages, Kira?
I think most definitely Serena will be really pleased with what she's seen. I think with what she saw at Brazil, I think she said we're kind of lacking that sharpness in the final third, which I think we've seen early on here, that we're creating chances, getting into goal scoring positions. It's just that final decision making that we need to work on.
Here they come up the left-hand side. Toon's ball. Can Beaver-Jones keep it in on the byline? Just about, I think. No, the flag has gone up, and it will be a goal kick. But England seem to have runners, Lauren. At every moment they go forward, they look dangerous every point of attack.
Yeah, they definitely do. They're working off each other's movements, I think, which they struggled to do at the weekend, and actually connect the movements together in the first half against Brazil. So it's really nice to see tonight that they're combining the midfield, and the next run's there, and it's really good to see.
England having a lot of the possession in the opening stages, and 79% is the stat of possession for England currently. It's 0-0. You're listening to BBC Radio Derby, BBC Sounds, and 5 Live Sports Extra as another wayward goal kick is won by England in midfield, but the cushion header has gone straight back into Australian territory, and here is Sayer, who's then given the ball away again, and England have it with Toon. Ball is played down the middle looking for Rousseau, but across comes the central defender, Heatley, who knocks it away downfield for Cooney Cross. The challenge comes in, and it's out of play on this near side right for a throw-in to Australia, who have 2 more games in this calendar year of 2025. Both games back home against New Zealand. And this is only their 4th away game against England. They failed to win in their first 2 in September 03 and October 2018. But they won, of course, on their most recent visit in April 23. When Grant and Kerr got on the score sheet. England defending, Hampton closed down, ball pushed out to this near side left by Lucia Kendall, and then England are closed down again with Sayer. It's a throw-in on this near side left. Thrown up the left wing, Taylor Hines, chested by Aggie Beaver-Jones, ball played into midfield. Australia have it back with Gorey and now Wheatley, as they look to push forward down this right-hand side again. Plenty of noise. It's such a noisy occasion inside Pride Park this evening. Lots of families. You can hear so much chatter amongst the excited attendance here this evening. Australia playing in their own backyard now, and they've given the ball away, and Rousseau is through and brought down in on goal on the edge of the penalty area. The referee has a decision to make, and Rousseau was brought down in the 6-yard box, and it's a red card, and she's walking already. Australia down to 10 players, and that is a bit of a disappointing end, as Australia have Alana Kennedy sent off. It was a misplaced pass. Rousseau was in, about to pick her spot, and Australia down to 10 men, and Alana Kennedy has gone, Lauren Taft, and that, well, there's no other decision the referee could make.
No, had to be. She had to go there. Obviously, that's poor decision making, but I think now it's going to be England's reaction to how this happens. Quite weirdly, this happened obviously against Brazil. We went down to 10 men, and it was almost 1v1s all over the park. So it'll be interesting to see how England react to this now and take advantage of it.
Well, they've got a free kick, which is right on the edge of the D, to the left of it, and it is in shooting range. As the referee just asking the Australian wall to get back well inside its penalty area. Alana Kennedy with a clumsy foul on Alessia Rousseau right on the edge of the penalty area. And they hadn't had much possession in the opening stages of this game, and they'll find it even more difficult now, as we've still got 70 minutes of normal time to play. Free kick to England, right on the edge of the D on the left. Standing over it, Aggie Beaver-Jones and Taylor Hines. And what will they do? There are 4 people in the wall for Australia. There are 2 to the right, and England also have Lucy Bronze filling a gap. Just wonder whether Mackenzie Arnold can see. Free kick, referee blows her whistle. Steps up, driven low into the wall. It was a miscued shot and then put in on the rebound from Aggie Beever-Jones. And Australia not dealing with it, and the ball came back out and she struck it beyond the goalkeeper, and England have that early lead, and we've played 20 minutes. It's England 1, Australia 0.
I think Aggie Beever-Jones there has shown what it's all about. I think she's a great finisher. I think coming in on the left and being able to hit the ball on the right foot, I think that's gone top corner, so she's done really well there.
Yeah, fantastic finish there. It's important to follow those things up after a free kick, so great strike from her.
I think now it's about time for them to kind of do something different than they did against Brazil and kind of capitalise on the fact that Australia have gone down to 10 players and kind of put themselves in a good position and now try and get a few more goals, make that 2, 3, 4.
It was a poor free kick though. A poor free kick that managed to come back to her, and the second attempt that she had found the back of the net, and England have that lead against the 10 players of Australia as they look to try and get themselves back in this game. How can they adjust now with 10 players, do you think, Kira? Because it's going to be tough.
I think it now will be a matter of them sitting into a mid-block and kind of staying compact and kind of working in their units and staying as tight as possible and kind of trying to look to break and kind of go on the counter-attack.
England have possession inside the Australia half. Ball out on the left with Taylor Hines. Beever-Jones, who's had a really good opening 20 minutes, goes square, uses Kira Walsh as a run at the far post, and in the end it's just hit the turf and gone out of play for a goal kick. Lucy Bronze made the inclination to make the run, but in the end the ball fizzed, hit the turf, goal kick. England 1, Australia 0, 22 minutes gone.
Yeah, I think those balls there, that's the right ideas that we're playing those through. We've got to be keeping on it now, keep the momentum, especially now they've gone down to 10 men. It's how we react from it, how we keep together, how we keep the movement going and don't change what we're doing.
Goal kick downfield. Hines knocks it back. Australia not comfortable playing out. Here's Russo, edge of the penalty area. Ball into the box. Defender comes across. Good challenge by Claire Hunt. Just as Beth Mead was coming round to potentially shoot on goal at a narrow angle. It's been turned out for a corner on the far side. And the atmosphere ramps up once more inside Pride Park. England just look dangerous on every attack, don't they? They really have the superiority in possession. Here's another ball. Taylor Hines has a go! Oh, it's just missing the back post. Confidence on debut from the youngster there. A really good left-footed effort across goal. Wasn't far away, Kira.
No, not far away at all. And I think it was Aggie Beever-Jones again coming in the back post. So on another day, she could have had a hat-trick by now.
Yeah, absolutely. So Australia playing out from the back again, which they haven't looked comfortable with in these opening stages. Of course, they've had their centre half, Alana Kennedy, sent off as well. And again, it's a wasted ball downfield and gone straight into England possession. And I'm sure coach Joe Montemuro won't be pleased with that. It's just wasting possession every time. Here come England again up the right side with Kendall. And it's taken off and put out for a throw in, level the 6-yard box on the right. England 1, Australia 0, 24 minutes gone. Here they come again, England, into the penalty area. Chance for Russo on the right foot. She falls as she shoots. And it's saved by Arnold comfortably at the near post.
I think Russo creates a lot of chances for herself with her out of possession work, and I think that one was fed into her by Beth Mead, but unfortunately she slipped at the last moment there.
Here come Australia. Ball is pushed forward as they try and get going with Caitlin Ford. Out to the left it goes, pushed inside to the edge of the box again. Kerr challenged late, nothing from the referee. Toon comes away with it for England, who very quickly pincer movement on any Australian possession, take the ball away and then just slow the game right down once more. Serena Wiegman appears for the first time to the edge of the technical area to give Aggie Beever-Jones some instructions as England push the ball out from the back now with Esme Morgan, who exchanges pass after pass with Maya Letizier, and then eventually it goes up the right-hand side for England to come forward with Lucy Bronze. In field, there is Kendall, who's also on debut this evening, and Walsh and Morgan, and England stepping right inside the Australia half now. Ella Toon, left side of midfield, Taylor Hines near side. Little 1-2 there. Hines goes off up the left-hand side. Toon keeps possession. England quite comfortable. 1- and 2-touch football. Trying to forge an angle into Walsh once more. And Morgan midway through the Australia half. England have everybody deep in the Australia half apart from Hannah Hampton, but they have possession and an advantage in numbers. Walsh's ball to the left. Taylor Hines, round the corner it goes to Beever-Jones. Defender does really well, Claire Hunt, to shield the ball out for a goal kick, but the way it's been going, unless Australia can change the way they use these goal kicks, England will have possession back in a moment.
Yeah, I think it's quite clear that England set up really aggressive from these goal kicks. You can see how high Lucy Bronze is starting as our fullback. They want to go and win it.
This time it's played downfield. It hits Caitlin Ford. England win possession back in midfield with Walsh. Kendall puts it out to the right. Here is Lucy Bronze again. Ball spinning at her feet. Gives the ball back to Kira Walsh. And in the centre circle, Esme Morgan. England's confidence is very impressive in this game. Here's Bronze down the right-hand side of the box. Can she get a ball in? It's to the back post. Beever-Jones is free, but the defender clears it. Comes back out. Kendall gets it down at feet. Then he's tackled, and it comes back out again. Shot down low from Walsh's save. Good effort.
Yeah, fantastic to see again. The confidence from the England side's great to see. It's allowing them to keep the ball moving against 10 of these. They need to keep it up now, keep combining, and we're reading play really well. We've just got to keep doing that.
Australia playing out from the back once more with Gorey. Goes back to Arnold. Into midfield it goes. Ford's ball headed on there. Managed to keep possession with Cooney cross down the right side. That's a good ball. Opportunity for a forward run for Carpenter up against Hines, who's just leaned into her and challenged and got the ball out of play for a throw into Australia in the corner. It's a really good challenge by the England number 3. Throw in to the visitors in the corner flag. Carpenter will take it. Throws it into the penalty area, held up by Kerr. Back to Carpenter again, dancing down that right-hand side. Puts it back to Kerr, shot at the near post and saved by the knees of Hannah Hampton at the near post. And England just allowing Australia a foray into their penalty area and a reminder not to switch off.
Yeah, you can't afford to there. Sam Kerr's a dangerous player. She wants to be on the ball as much as possible. She soaks the pressure up really well, and give her any time, she'll score.
First corner to Australia from the right, left-footed in swinger coming. A bit of confusion and a signal, a wide-arm signal from Australia. Clearly a training ground move coming, and they're all doing it. Edge of the penalty area. Cooney Cross is doing it here. Corner's going to be swung over by Gatley. Here it comes to the near post, held up. It comes back to Catley into the penalty area. No, offside. Catley was offside from a corner, given the ball back after she'd taken it. That's not great.
That's poor. I think they obviously had a set piece in mind that they wanted to deliver, but obviously a bit of miscommunication on the pitch there didn't quite come off, and I think they had to kind of improvise on the spot.
England have taken the free kick and they move on with Morgan pushing it to the right-hand side and then getting the ball back, and England just moving up the pitch with ease. Morgan just darts into the Australian half, pushes it left, and Hines finds Toon, edge of the penalty area. Ball around the corner, great ball. Beever-Jones in at the near post. Who can she pick out? Oh, it's a terrible pass. It's gone all the way out on the far side. It's going to be retrieved by Lucy Bronze. And England keep possession midway through the Australia half. It was a little bit overhit there. England give the ball away again, but they'll win it back. And then they'll give it away. Carpenter's picked it up on this near side in the right back position, but she's got Hines up her back. She's done really well, but the pass in the end is not good enough. And again, England receive the ball presented to them. That's something they'll need to try and improve, isn't it?
I think Australia are really struggling to get out. I think England are really working on winning that ball in the first 1, 2, 3 seconds that they lose it, and I think Australia are kind of camped into their half and are struggling to find a way out.
Nearly half an hour played at Pride Park. That's the voice of Lauren Toff, Kira Rye with us as well. I'm Ed Dawes, and it's BBC Radio Derby, BBC Sounds and 5 Sports Extra this evening. Here comes Kira Walsh into the Australia penalty area, lays the ball off to Bronze, clips it back post, but it's right under the goalkeeper's crossbar, and it's taken by Arnold very easily.
I I think that's something that perhaps Sarina could work on, and perhaps the girls can just look on a bit of the delivery of crosses. I think we've created a lot of good opportunities to get into good crossing positions, but it's that final ball, that final delivery that we've kind of lacked a little bit.
Ball is in midfield with Sam Kerr, who's closed down really quickly but manages to get a leg in. But England get a leg in, and it's Russo midway through the Australia half, using her strength to hold off the opposition. Kendall and Toon, and leans over under the ball and shoots over the bar. Ambitious effort, but the balance was all wrong in that effort, Lauren.
Yeah, it was same before when Aggie Beever-Jones did the cross. That was over hit. I think it's final third quality we need to work on now. We're creating some great stuff, but we need to make the final third quality count.
Arnold, the goalkeeper for Australia, plays it away downfield. A big header there by Hines, wins the ball and finds Russo up the left-hand side. Australia really struggling to get out. Beever-Jones down the left. Carpenter comes back, gives it to Russo. The corner of the box is Hines. Nice pass. Round the corner it goes again. Laid off by Kendall. Shot placed and into the body from Beth Mead of a defender. And then England will win it back. There's a little shove on Cooney Cross, and the referee gives Australia a free kick and a chance to breathe on the edge of their own penalty area. 31 minutes gone. England 1, Australia 0. Goal from Aggie Beever-Jones. She took a free kick which she scuffed into the wall. It wasn't cleared. It came back to her and she lashed it beyond the goalkeeper to give England a deserved lead. Aggie Beever-Jones could have had a hat-trick in these opening 30 minutes. But the free kick came from Alana Kennedy's foul on Alicia Russo, who was brought down through on goal. A straight red card given by referee Uliana Dimitrescu. Free kick to England, right-hand side of midfield, as Australia sink back into their own penalty area to defend this. It's taken quickly, short to Esme Morgan, who pushes it back out to the right beyond Lucy Bronze. Beth Mead has it now. England just trying to draw Australia out. Again, Lucy Bronze's ball into the penalty area, held up by Beever-Jones, laid off to Walsh, laid back from Kendall, and a side shot by Ella Toon. She was imbalanced and she hit it left-footed and wide of goal. Goal kick, England lead 1-0.
I think we're playing some really neat, tidy stuff around the edge of the 18-yard box. I think it's just that final shot, that final pass that we're lacking, like we said. But England are making Australia look pretty poor defensively here.
Yep. However, the chances they have created, they have only put one away. Goal kick to Australia, taken short to goalkeeper Arnold, immediately closed down, and a ball played forward, and Esme Morgan's out jumped this time, but the header on by Amy Sayer goes back into England possession, and they will come at Australia again, and it's Kira Walsh into Mead. Mead gets closed down by two black shirts, and Australia will come away with it, but difficult. And here goes Carpenter up the right-hand side, closed down immediately by Beever-Jones, has to go back into her own back line, and Hunt will lay it back to goalkeeper Arnold, who sweeps it across the penalty area, and they opt to come away with it on the far side. It's loops over the top, but a hopeful ball is only going to drop into England possession, and Esme Morgan will drop it back to Hannah Hampton in the England goal. It's comfortable. It's more than comfortable. England leading by a goal to nil, and this will be exactly the response that Sarina Wiegman would have wanted to see after that defeat to Brazil at the Etihad on Saturday. England keeping possession with Aggie Beever-Jones on the halfway line. Esme Morgan as they run it out to the right-hand side. England have 2 more games before the end of the calendar year, as a long ball forward there drifts out of play for a goal kick. After 34 minutes, they lead by a goal to nil. They play against China at Wembley on the 29th of November. That's next up for the Lionesses. And then on the 2nd of December, they head down south to St Mary's Stadium, where they will take on Ghana in Southampton. And that will be that for what has been, yet again, another successful calendar year for the Lionesses, winning the Euros, having a very good year under Sarina Wiegman, and rotating and bringing in new players as well, as we've got 2 of them playing tonight in Taylor Hines and Lucia Kendall. England have possession. Kira Walsh into the penalty area, headed away by a defender. Carpenter comes away with it, going to be closed down quickly. Hunt plays it up the line, but it's not found an Australian shirt, and again England will pick up possession on this near side. They look panicked, don't they, in defence? They can't play their natural game because England are so fast with the press.
It looks like they almost weren't expecting them to press this high. They're really struggling to get out. They can't find that out ball. I think Sam Kerr is a very, very isolated figure up top at the minute.
Esme Morgan down the centre, out to the right, looking for Beth Mead, controls it on her knees. She's got a player coming to close down. Finds Lucy Bronze in a bit of space, who gives it back to Mead on the right. Bronze makes a run up the right wing on the inside. Mead keeps possession, clips it to the edge of the box. Hopeful ball cleared away from the back. Australia will manage to hammer it downfield. As they do so, and it'll drop into space, and Esme Morgan picks it up once more. The tall centre half for England goes and finds Kira Walsh, who's short, and uses Aggie Beever-Jones once more, as England look again to push Australia back to the edge of their own penalty area. Ball is with Taylor Hines, with Amir Letitia now. Misplaced pass. Sam Kerr's gone off down the middle. She's offside, but the ball's gone left. Here's an opportunity. Australia coming forward. Edge of the penalty area. Ball round the corner. Ford has it now. Closed out by Walsh. Australia keeping possession. Gorey's ball. In fact, England got back so quickly. Australia have possession, but they had 3-on-2 at one stage, but they were shut down. Here is Ford trying to get round Kira Walsh. Into the penalty area it goes. Kerr with a touch and then a shot, which is scuffed into the arms of Hannah Hampton. But it's nice, it's intricate, but England are so on it, they're just snuffing out any opportunity.
Yeah, I think Australia had to go back post to Sam Kerr there to get a shot on target, but like you said, England covered back into their position and kind of stopped any real danger from Australia there.
England 1, Australia 0. The goal coming on 20 minutes from Aggie Beever-Jones. Her 7th goal for the Lionesses on her 13th appearance. As England are presented with the ball at the back again. It's Toon, it's out to the right and Mead down the side of the penalty area. She's very wide. She's got Russo in the middle. She's got Kendall on the edge of the box as well. Lucy Bronze up in support. Here's the shot from Bronze, down low and across goal and wide. Goal kick.
Yeah, nice to see Bronze getting on that there and going for a shot. Again, we've got to keep the ball moving, sitting in their half most of the game at the moment, so I think if we keep doing that, we can create more chances.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to see Lucy Bronze in goal scoring positions. She gets a lot of goals even from right back, and there she's on the edge of the box taking a shot.
The voice of Kira Rye and Lauren Taft with us this evening. Former Derby County women's players, the U's, and Kira now plying her trade with Peterborough and has scored a 5-minute hat-trick in the FA Cup this season, which was pretty impressive.
It's not bad actually, is it?
Well, not bad in a 5-1 win over Notts County. Here come Australia. Carpenter's made a great run, but when the pass was made by Cooney Cross, the challenge came in from Beever-Jones, who has been epic this evening in these opening, what have we played, nearly 40 minutes, 38 minutes at Pride Park. England playing out from the back as Australia try to press, but it's no more convincing, and England managed to have the ability to pass and move their way up the right-hand side, as they do so with Esme Morgan. Morgan finds Lucy Bronze, space to run into. Kendall to her right, goes for the cross into the box, a flick-on header from Russo. It's dropping out on this near side. It's picked up by Beever-Jones, who's got Hines in support. Keeps possession, runs it inside. Ella Toon back to goal. Little short passing with Kira Walsh, spreads the play to the right, and Esme Morgan. A great ball to the edge of the box to Beth Mead. Australia is static here. Morgan's ball back into the box. It goes across goal, and as Beever-Jones was coming, Carpenter turns it behind for England's second corner.
No, I think that's really good to see from England. I think we're being patient. It's not about rushing chances now. It's about actually enjoying the ball, keeping possession, and actually playing the ball into the box when the right moment is.
England is the cry around Pride Park. The Australian supporters housed in the southeast corner, away to our right. England take the corner short. Hines back to Mead, bends it into the box, flicked on, chance at the back stick, and it's cleared away just by a defender. Mead battling to win the ball on the edge of the penalty area from the clearance. Has it now, finds Hines. Left-hand side, Carpenter in front, runs it back in field. Here's Kira Walsh. Needs an option, goes right, uses Morgan. England pressing right inside the Australia final third here as Beth Mead goes to her right. Toon's ball into the box, headed away again by a defender, comes back out to Walsh, laid off. Mead has it. Bronze is in acres of space on the right if anybody wants to use her. Walsh does. She has it now. Ford goes to close her down, tries to go through her, and Australia nip the ball away with Gorey. But Australia give the ball back to England again. Ball retention is not something they are very good at this evening. The Matildas. England coming forward. Morgan has it. Kira Walsh. Bronze has made the run, round the back to the byline, lays it back, it's a shot, it's in! It's Bronze who's finished it! It was a great run round the back from Toon, pushed it back across goal, and Lucy Bronze doubles up for the Lionesses. And England, with 5 minutes to half-time, get that second goal against the 10 players of Australia. It's a sorry night for them so far, but it's a great night for the Lionesses. England 2, Australia 0.
I think it's all looking a bit too easy for England, if I'm being honest. I think that goal was like one off the training ground. I think Lucy Bronze finds herself in goal scoring positions like we spoke about, and I think it was a great finish into the far corner.
Yeah, it's fantastic from Lucy Bronze. She's a very attacking fullback. She's aggressive. She wants to go and create chances, and yeah, she loves to score herself. So that was fantastic to see that. And yeah, we just need that little opening there. We should easily be 4-5-0 up. So hope we can build on that now.
Lucy Bronze's 21st England goal on a 142nd cap. A measured finish with the right boot after a great run round the back from Ella Toon. It's confusing because they seem to switch places. Bronze has been making those runs for Toon to come in to shoot, and in that circumstance the faith was repaid. We're underway. Australia have a free kick which has been taken. They keep possession on halfway, and they have it all to do with a player disadvantage after Alana Kennedy was sent off on 19 minutes. Ball played forward from the back by Australia, but it's poor. It's chested down by Bronze. England exchange quick passes with Maya Le Tissier, and now Esme Morgan, who charges forward to the halfway line as England will try and ram home their advantage with 3 minutes of normal time at the end of this first half. Here is Toon, edge of the box, trying to find Russo. Can't. Closed down. Walsh picks it up again. She's going to be challenged from behind, but she's done really well to wriggle away from the attention as England keep possession still. Beaver Jones has a run on the inside from Toon. She still has it. She's played it out to the right. Kerr's back there defending, but Australia will try and play it away as Russo closes down Hunt, and England pick it up from the clearance. Toon to the right. Here's Kendall. Kendall coming forward, and Toon again, edge of the box, turns it back, chance for Beaver Jones, good challenge. Coming in right on the edge of the penalty area, and Australia try and get down this near side with Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford, who was fed the pass by Cooney Cross, who made the challenge in the penalty area. Ball is into the England box, but it's again given away. And again, not good enough.
I think Australia are really struggling up top there. I think Sam Kerr is getting visibly frustrated. I think the players trying to make forward runs, but England are getting back into defensive shape really well.
England have it again midway through the Australia half. It goes back to Esme Morgan, puts her foot on the ball, slows it right down, and Lucy Bronze out to the right uses Beth Mead, who just gives it back. England 72% possession. They've had 13 shots in these opening stages of the first half. 43 minutes on the watch. Ball played out to the left. There's Taylor Hines once more, holds it up. Morgan on her right peg, plays it to the back post. Great ball. Beth Mead heads back across goal. In fact, it's gone out at the near post as it came across goal, and it is a goal kick. Such a dominant performance.
Yeah, really dominant. We look calm even in the defensive transitions as well, retrieving the ball back in 2s and 3s, and really calm under pressure, and I think Australia don't know what to do with it.
Well, they've got to retain possession. That would be the first improvement that they need to find somehow as we approach half-time. But England are so clinical, they're so on top, they're so energetic, a huge influx of energy compared to the game at the Etihad at the weekend. Here come England again with Kendall. Ball has found its way out to the right, and Beth Mead. In fact, it's Bronze on the far side, and Bronze's cross is charged down. Keeps possession, finds Le Tissier. Infield it goes. Now Beth Mead, edge of the box, steps away from one. Taylor Hines in support. Aggie Beever-Jones is in support of her at the left side of the penalty area. Got it now. Hines has gone on the inside. Ball to the edge of the penalty area. Here is Walsh. Clips one back post. Up goes Rousseau, and it's gone through. Kendall coming round the back. And it's out for a goal kick. And another good opportunity for England to press home their advantage. They lead 2-0.
I think some more great build-up play from them there, switching it from side to side. But I think, again, it's that last detail on the final ball that any other day we could have had 5 or 6 in this first half.
Fourth officials indicating 1 minute of added time at the end of this first half at Pride Park as Sam Kerr chests the ball down with Esme Morgan a shadow on her shoulder, but Kerr gets away but then feeds the ball into an England player, then gets an interception, ball runs loose again, and England really pressing home that player advantage. Here they come again, England. Ella Toone up the left side, Beever-Jones in space, down the side of the penalty area, gets to the byline, Carpenter comes to close down, back on her right foot, support with Toone on the edge of the box, looks up, thinks about a shot, does shoot, hits the defender in the face, and it's going to go away for another England corner, away to our right hand side. It's their third, and Claire Hunt got her body in the way.
Great, we've got a corner again. I think it's still looking at how we can find this final third quality though. I know we're trying to do balls over the top, but when Toone's making those inside runs and we're playing it on the floor, we look dangerous, so hopefully we can create something again.
Corner taken short. Here's Beth Mead from Taylor Hines. Back to Hines, edge of the penalty area. On her left boot, clips it to the back post. Keeper double punches away. Comes out to the edge of the penalty area. Comes to Esme Morgan. Shoot is the cry. And then Kira Walsh's pass manages to find Hines out on the right hand side. Beth Mead now, closed down by Kerr, gives it back to Hines. Ball round the corner, good ball into Walsh, drills it across goal, good save for the near post by Arnold. And Australia managed to hack it anywhere. And that is half time at Pride Park. England on the front foot. A really impressive performance from the Lionesses. Really dominant in the possession, really dominant in the creation of chances, and they have the goals in the goals column too. They lead by 2-0. The opener coming on 20 minutes. Aggie Beever-Jones, a free kick that she took, scuffed into the wall, came back to her, and she lashed it into the top corner of the net. As Australia was slow to react, they had plenty of other chances as well before they doubled up. It was a great move down the right-hand side, plenty of passing move down that right channel as England switched the play from left to right, and the little triangles and circles that were made between Lucy Bronze and Walsh and Beth Mead as well. And in the end, it was Ella Toone who got down the right-hand side to the byline, pulled it across, and there was Lucy Bronze to strike home, right-footed through a crowd of players into the far corner of the Australian net. England dominant at half-time. It's 10-player Australia who are trailing by 2-0.
The 1,000-mile challenge for BBC Children in Need.
We're in training as we join radio stations across the country to attempt to walk 1,000 miles three-legged.
And on the way, we'll be passing through schools, walking up high streets and doing laps of Pride Park.
Our team's attempting 25 miles of three-legged walking in 2 days on the 4th and 5th of November.
If you'd like to support the team's efforts, head to bbc.co.uk/walk, where you can also donate online.
The 1,000-mile challenge for BBC Children in Need.
BBC Radio Derby.
BBC Radio Derby.
Sports scene.
Welcome back to Pride Park, where it's England 2, Australia 0. What a dominant first half for England. We're going to hear very soon how Kira Wright and Lauren Taft feel about that first half, which was so dominant for England. Australia down to 10 as well. We'll get all of their thoughts and feelings very soon. But we are here at Pride Park for this huge event here in Derby tonight. But there's plenty of sport going on up and down the country. So let's have a look at what is going on in the world of sport today. Martin O'Neill says it's surreal to be named the Celtic interim manager, having left the club 20 years ago. The 73-year-old said he had 10 minutes to make up his mind about whether or not he'd take on the job on an interim basis. Brendan Rodgers resigned late yesterday in the wake of poor results and a deteriorating relationship with the club's board. O'Neill, who managed Celtic for 20 years, has been put in interim charge, and the former Celtic captain Paul Lambert says there is no better man for the job.
We needed a manager to kick us in the backside to get us going. And what he done was he kept the good players at the club and he brought other ones in to help us. And that's what we needed. And I spoke to him this morning and wished him all the best with it. He knows he's going into a dressing room that is a little bit different, but there wouldn't be a better man to do it in a short period of time.
Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says James Trafford will become England's #1 goalkeeper sooner or later. Trafford started the season as first choice after rejoining from Burnley in the summer and played the opening 3 Premier League games, but has been a substitute since the deadline day arrival of Donnarumma from Paris Saint-Germain. Steve Brothwick has named his side for England's opening autumn test against Australia on Saturday. Sale fly half George Ford will start, as will Bath flanker Guy Pepper. Katie Boulter has retired injured from her first round at the Hong Kong Open in tennis. The England captain Nat Sciver-Brunt says spinner Sophie Ecclestone will be fit for their Women's Cricket World Cup semi-final. Ecclestone injured her shoulder in the group phase win over New Zealand on Sunday, but Sciver-Brunt says she has recovered sufficiently and will feature in their game tomorrow.
She's all right. She had a scan after the game. She does have a minor injury, but yeah, we're expecting her to be all right. I mean, such a huge player for us, so yeah, it'd be great for her to be.
And the Old Course at St Andrews will be lengthened by 132 yards as part of a revamp before it hosts golf's 2027 Open Championship. So we are up to date with sports news from across the country, but most importantly, we are here at Pride Park at Derby for England versus Australia. I will get the thoughts of Lauren Taft in just a second, but first, let's relive a very dominant England first half.
Welcome to Pride Park, welcome to the city of Derby and Pride Park Stadium, a venue made for top flight football and international football. We have England, but Derby are a little bit behind the pecking order at the moment. Team out on the right side with Beth Mead. She holds the ball up, pushes it round the corner, nice ball into Toon, side of the penalty area, lays it back, cross comes in, across goal and a miscue. At the back post it was Aggie Beever-Jones who should have put the ball away, and England's first and best chance of the game, goal kick. England win the ball back out on the right, ball inside, Russo in the penalty area, very narrow to the byline, gets it across goal, header on target and just wide, and it was a good leap from Beever-Jones, and England causing Australia problems at the back, a bit of panic set in there, the goalkeeper stayed rooted to the line. England trying to just cause Australia the problems where there is a spare person and there's a great ball in and it's deflected as an opportunity here for Beever-Jones and scores! But the flag is up and it won't count. And that's a shame because it was a really good passing move from England. Giving the ball away and Russo is through and brought down in on goal on the edge of the penalty area. The referee has a decision to make and Russo was brought down in the 6-yard box and it's a red card and she's walking already. Australia down to 10 players. Free kick, referee blows her whistle. Steps up, driven low into the wall. It was a miscued shot and then put in on the rebound from Aggie Beever-Jones. And Australia not dealing with it. And the ball came back out and she struck it beyond the goalkeeper. And England have that early lead. And we've played 20 minutes. It's England 1, Australia 0. Throws it into the penalty area, held up by Kerr, back to Carpenter again, dancing down that right-hand side, puts it back to Kerr, shot at the near post and saved by the knees of Hannah Hampton at the near post. There's England coming forward, Morgan has it. Kira Walsh, Bronze has made the run, round the back to the byline, lays it back, it's a shot, it's in! It's Bronze who's finished it! It was a great run round the back from Toon, pushed it back across goal, and Lucy Bronze doubles up for the Lionesses. And England, with 5 minutes to half-time, get that second goal against the 10 players of Australia. It's a sorry night for them so far, but it's a great night for the Lionesses. England 2, Australia 0. And that is half-time at Pride Park. England on the front foot. A really impressive performance from the Lionesses. really dominant in the possession, really dominant in the creation of chances. And they have the goals in the goals column too. They lead by 2-0.
You're listening to BBC Radio Derby and 5 Sports Extra. My name's Sam Fletcher. It is half-time here at Pride Park, where England lead Australia 2-0. Sat beside me is former Derby County player Lauren Taft. Could have been more than 2, don't you think?
Easily. Never mind double, I think triple the figures with that, with the performance and the confidence that they've got into the first half. They needed that off the back of Saturday. It's great to see what they're creating so far.
Huge difference from that game against Brazil. It's full of chances, it's full of opportunity. They are clinical.
Yeah, it's the confidence that you need as a team. You have to work off each other's movements, and they're doing that tonight. The patterns are playing, the runs are making. That's what's allowing them to connect tonight. I think you look at the back of Saturday, 2 early goals, it killed and changed the dynamic of the game for England. So this is definitely a different start tonight.
Yeah, they look ever so comfortable. Beaver Jones got that first goal. Not the best free kick I've ever seen. It hit the wall, but then she took the deflection. Is that the kind of thing you're practicing on the training pitch to make sure that if you don't get it on the first go on the second go?
100%. That's the realism of the game as well. And not every shot you're going to do is going to be perfect. So again, it's all about that reaction, what you're going to do next with the ball, and it's paid off for her.
Yeah, fantastic first goal. It got the crowd here absolutely on their feet. It's ever so loud. It's ever so exciting. How much impact does that have as a player on the pitch when you can really feel the crowd behind you? We've got drums, we've got vuvuzelas, we've got everybody screaming, shouting, cheering, all the wonderful things. Does that have a really big impact on
Huge impact. It's bouncing here tonight, and I think when they score like that, you get a chance to go and celebrate with the fans. It's that little burst, 2 minutes you can go and celebrate with them, and then you're back to switching on in the game again. But it's a special time for them to do that.
Talking about celebrating, the second goal came from Lucy Bronze. A bit of a birthday special.
Yeah, obviously her birthday today, and she's one of those fullbacks. She's so aggressive, and she wants to score, she wants to create, and yeah, she got in the right position there from Ella Toon's ball back, and really, you can't really miss with a ball like that. You have to hit it first time and go for it. So
yeah, she absolutely went for it, and it really did feel. We said it could have been 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals. There was chances from all across the pitch. Is there anyone you can pick out that you were particularly impressed with, or on the whole, is that exactly what you were hoping to see?
I think it's just whole team performance so far. I think the way they're connecting together is lovely to see. We're trying to make inside runs to develop in the midfield, and when that's working, it's allowing our fullbacks to get high. So the likes of Bronze, and obviously Taylor Hind is making a debut tonight. She's put some fantastic tackles in, and I think if they keep doing that, they'll hopefully connect well together. Toon looks great with Russo. They're reading each other's movements really well, and obviously they play together, so I think that helps obviously as well for this match tonight.
Definitely. I think as a team all together, they've not played a lot other than against Brazil since the Euros, but they look just so together. They're reading each other's movements, as you say. They're already, they can see what's going to happen next, so they're putting the ball in the right place, and they're able to dominate Australia, who don't look anywhere near the same level as England at this exact moment. Second half could be a different story, but I think that's probably fair to say.
Yeah, definitely it's fair to say. I think we've made Australia feel a little bit clueless in that, and very static, and I think that's why some of our chances aren't coming off, because they're being compact. They're trying to make it difficult as they can be with the 10 they've got now, but yeah, they're going to have to come out with a different reaction for the second half.
How much impact does that have, or what did you see from the moment that they had a player sent off, they were down to 10? It makes a big difference, but what impact could you see on the pitch?
I think we see that we still have the gaps and we still have the movement to break through. There's been some inside runs from Toon, which has allowed us to keep playing through. I think you think to the back of the Brazil game where they went down to 10 men. It was 1v1s all over the pitch, and it made it really difficult, and sometimes even though you lose a play, it actually is really hard to try and find those gaps. So I think if we can keep the movement up, we'll keep finding those gaps through, so it's nice to see it at the moment.
We spoke briefly there about the debutant Taylor Hines, but also Lucia Kendall. They look like they've been playing in this team forever, right? They don't look like they're making their debut tonight. I think whatever they've done on the training pitch, whatever Serena said to them, as a team, they just look gelled together perfectly.
Yeah, they've settled in really well. They've got lots of good technical quality, but they're also understanding what the other players want around them as well, and that's what it's about, and what presence do you bring to the team, and how can they become starters for future England games.
And I think they probably will become starters for future England games, because as we were talking about before the match, things can change very, very quickly. Like this exact side, probably not going to be the exact side in 2027. You know, lots of different things, life factors, injuries, form can come into play. So it is really important, isn't it, for those players to make an impact tonight as they go forward and start thinking about that build-up to the World Cup?
Yeah, definitely. There's new partnerships being created. As you can see, Letitia and Morgan, they've looked really strong at the back, the way they're shifting the ball across the defensive line, and they need to keep that up now. And obviously, people like Leon Wilmston and Millie Bright, who's retired now, there's big boots to fill, but I think it's really exciting for them.
Real big boots to fill. And the players are out now, just doing a little warm-up, getting ready for the second half. We spoke about what you would do pre-game. What would you do at half-time? What was your routine?
Half-time was to have a certain snack. So it was always a Jaffa cake for me. Loads of people will be having like Haribo's and all sorts of other sweets. Yeah, Percy Pigs was a famous one. The sweets that some of my mates used to love having, but it's just simple Jaffa cake for me. Get water, get gels back on board, and get ready to go again and deliver the key messages you need to for the second half.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like the players are ready to go again for the second half. So we'll pass it back over by our wonderful commentator, Ed Dawes. You like that, did you? Wonderful.
You're so kind.
You're good looking earlier, all of you. Did you hear that?
Who did?
Yeah, I did, apparently. Before. Good, excellent.
There you go. Right, we've had a substitution at half-time. Lucy Bronze, who scored on her 34th birthday, has been given the rest of the day off. She's replaced by Niamh Charles for England. And Niamh Charles is a like for like. She's gone in at right back as we get ready to go again in the second half. And it's England 2, Australia 0. No changes for Australia. And they have some questions to answer in this second half at Pride Park. England, the dominant force in the first half, creating several chances, scoring 2 goals, having so much possession. Australia, of course, down to 10 men after Alana Kennedy was sent off for fouling Alessia Russo, who was through on goal. And that was on 19 minutes. England scored from the resultant free kick rebounds, and then they took it on. They could have had a hatful. They haven't yet. Maybe they will in the second half. England have Hampton in goal. A back four of Charles Letitia, Morgan and Hines. Captain Walsh and Kendall in midfield. Then Beth Mead, Ella Toone, Aggie Beaver-Jones and Alessia Russo up front. And we're underway in the second half with Australia, who have possession and find the ball out on the right-hand side with Ellie Carpenter, who keeps possession, tries to move them up that right side. England try and get back in the tackle, but can't. But they will now, and the ball is cleared to the halfway line. But Australia soak up the loose ball. What would you expect, Lauren, to see in the second half from England?
I think they just need to keep doing the same again. Pick up the standards in the final third for quality. We're getting loads of great shots off, but keep the movement, keep the inside runs going. I think it's killing Australia. So I think the more we do that and keep on top of them, it will give them more problems.
It's not a game that they will want to play at the end of their tour and lose comfortably with 10 players, but here come Australia with Sam Kerr to the left and forward, edge of the penalty area, up against the full-back. Ball is played to the edge of the box to Kerr, but England have an extra advantage there. A lot of white shirts who come away with it. And it's Ella Toone who has it now. I'll give you the Australian lineup in a moment as Taylor Hines comes to the halfway line. Lots of people coming back to their seats, including former Derby County goalkeeper Keller Roos, who is down in front of us, former Aberdeen goalkeeper as well. As Australia have the possession with Catley, who goes inside and uses Winona Heatley, and they'll try and move it away up the right-hand side with Claire Hunt. So Arnold in goal for Australia. Heatley and Catley and Hunt across the back, as England still pressing really, really heavily on Australia as they struggle to get out and they loop it downfield. And England win it back again. Good physicality there from Letitia, but the pass has gone astray. And then Catley does a Cruyff turn, loses her balance and goes flying. In fact, it's Gorey who does that. And Australia have a free kick. So Australia have Heatley, they have Ford, they have Hunt, they have Gorey and Catley, Sayer, Carpenter, Cooney Cross and Sam Kerr up front. Ball out of play on this near side. Uliana Dimitrescu is the referee. She's had a decent game so far. The only big decision she had to make was the sending off of Alana Kennedy on 19 minutes, but that was a pretty easy decision to make as an official. Ball is down the left wing. Ford's ball forward, held up by Kerr. Lays it back to Catley once more. Australia keeping possession, kicking from right to left in the second half. Great tackle by Mead, then strokes the ball away down the right-hand side. Here's Alicia Russo. She's got a defender in Heatley coming to meet her. She's pushed it forward. She gets the byline. She keeps it in. She gets it across goal. It's at the near post, and England will pick up the possession with Aggie Beaver-Jones. It wasn't cleared, and Mead has it now on this right-hand side. Why not put your foot through the ball there?
As a striker, I'm not sure why she didn't just shoot there, but like I said, at least England are creating chances. And
Taylor Hines on the left. Ella Toone wants it. Bends it in right-footed. Up goes Russo. Defenders there first in Heatley, and cleared downfield for Australia. Kerr has it. Ball drops to Ford, who holds up the possession. And Australia pick it up again in defence. And they keep going with Gorey. It's an interesting shape with 10 players, isn't it? Whether you play 3 at the back, whether you drop in without possession, and you're always going to be at risk of being overrun.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to pick and choose your battles when to do that, and I think it's again working off each other's movement to make sure when you've not got the ball, you're tight, you're together.
What a great birthday for Lucy Bronze. 34 today and scoring for England, and then getting the second half off. Ball back to Hannah Hampton, who comes out and just bobbles as she puts her foot through the ball, and it goes out of play on this near side. England 2, Australia 0. 5 minutes gone of the second half here at Pride Park. Ed Dawes, Kira Rai and Lauren Taft with you, former Derby County women players. Kira's at Peterborough now, and Lauren was the former captain at Loughborough Lightning, a UEFA B coach, and now head of PE?
Yeah, head of girls PE at the minute.
At Ashfield School.
That's correct.
In Nottinghamshire, just over the M1 divide of Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire. And the ball is with Australia deep in their own half. And all the way back to goalkeeper Mackenzie Arnold, who's making her 60th cap this evening for the Matildas at the age of 31. As Australia play the ball out, here's Ford, holds it up and shoves it back into the possession of Winona Wheatley. Australia just slowing the pace down, keeping possession. And one thing they weren't able to do in the first half at all, Kira, were they? There's a direct ball over the top. We'll come for your opinion in a sec, as it goes all the way through to Hannah Hampton. They weren't able to do that in the first half.
Yeah, I think from these first few early minutes second half, you can tell England have sat off a little bit more. I think it's probably more about conserving energy now. They don't need to go out and win the ball in that first 1, 2, 3 seconds after they've lost it, which gives Australia a chance to kind of build from the back a little bit more.
England have possession. They have a 2-0 lead, and it's with Kira Walsh just inside the Matildas' half. And back into their own half, and played all the way back by Maya Letitia, who is from Guernsey but no relation to Matt Letitia, which is phenomenal, as I was doing my research earlier today. Apparently her dad knows him, but that's about as far as it goes. Ball over the top. Here goes Charles down the right wing. First run she's had to make. Early ball into the box. Russo controls it. Can she keep her balance? Lays it back to Charles. Can she get a shot away? No. The tackle comes in from Wheatley. Heatley gets it away, and Australia come away over the halfway line. It's Ford. It's a good run, but a good challenge. Marked all the way by Kira Walsh. But England give possession away cheaply after that challenge was made. Kerr finds Cooney Cross into the England penalty area, cuts back on her right foot, lays it off. Kerr, who we know can shoot from distance, goes on the outside, pulls it back across goal, turn behind. In fact, it stayed in play. It's a throw-in right in the corner flag. Of course, Sam Kerr scored a worldie against England in that 3-1 win in the World Cup, didn't she? So you don't want to give her too much space and time on the edge of the box. Ford battling with Beth Mead midway through the England half. Ball is pushed forward. Claire Hunt has it for Australia now. Little touch into Cooney Cross. But England snaffling in the tackle. And Russo rides a challenge. And England come forward with Toone. There's a player on the far side. She loses her balance and then hobbles. I think she got a kick there. And then the ball is played all the way forward by Beth Mead. And it'll drift out for... In fact, it's been kept in by goalkeeper Arnold. Toone is hobbling. Got a little bit of a kick there, Kira.
Yeah, I think she just released the ball probably a little bit too slow for Russo's liking there and got caught what the Australian midfielder.
England 2, Australia 0. Australia with 10 players after Alana Kennedy's early sending off. And England have really turned the screw with their 2 goals, but could have had a hatful more. Carpenter wins it on the right-hand side for Australia. Finds Sayer, keeps possession. In fact, the ball is poor. Again, just easily giving the ball away. Russo got in there in front of defender Hunt and put the ball out for a throw, and it's just, don't panic. They seem to be panicking. They need to look after the ball better in possession, Lauren.
Yeah, definitely. It's crucial that we look after it as much as we can. I think obviously with Australia at the minute, they're going to want to try and keep possession themselves, but they're still struggling. They're still struggling to keep the ball, so we need to make sure we take advantage of it.
Interception there. England might win it back through Charles. Charles has been fouled by Ford. Referee's given it, but clearly must have had some assistance there in her ear, because she took her time to give the free kick. She was quite a way away, actually. Yana Dimitrescu, and England have a free kick on the corner of the penalty area. Sam Kerr is saying, the Australian captain, what's the difference between that one and the one that happened to me a few minutes ago? Not getting any change out of the referee, though. The wall is being marked out by the referee, who's dressed all in orange shirts. The officiating team, black shorts and black socks. Australia in all black, which is a strange thing to say, Australia in all black. Has anybody read the room? They have green trim as well. England, of course, in blue and white. The Lionesses kit, bit of a throwback to that early 1980s England kit. As the free kick will be taken to the right of the box. Hines is right over it, left-footed, and Beth Mead might swing it in right-footed. There's 2 in the wall at the near post. Crescendo building in the south stand. Referee blows a whistle. Swung over left-footed, flat, headed on and over the bar by the defender, and England have a 4th corner.
I think that was an unusual delivery by Hines there. I think it kind of caught the Australian defence by surprise, but it's come to a corner.
Wasn't the greatest delivery, was it? It was kind of, I don't know whether to clip it with loft or drill it and hope for the deflection. They got the deflection in the end. Free, corner taking quickly. Here is Mead, back to Hines, edge of the box. There's a clip ball to the back post. Keeper comes, and Arnold collects it with 2 hands and does well. Bowls it out underarm, and up the right-hand side, Australia will try and break with Ford. Carpenter's to the right. There's the ball to her. Cooney crosses at the back stick. Sam Kerr making a move into the penalty area. There's the ball, intercepted by an England defender, though. And they've just got people in the right place at the right time. And here is Alicia Russo. Niamh Charles. Noise in Pride Park is incredible this evening. A constant hubbub, as it were, as the ball is out on the right once more, with Beth Mead pushed inside. Walsh again. Mead makes the run. Nobody tracks her. Goes down the right side of the box. First time ball in. It's looping and it's out of play for a goal kick. And it is 57 minutes on the watch. England 2, Australia 0. England have taken their foot off the gas here in this second half.
Yeah, they've come out.
But still they get the ball presented to them.
Yeah, I think they've come out kind of giving Australia a little bit more time on the ball, but they're still giving England chances. They're still making unforced errors, and I think England need to put away a few more of these chances they are creating.
Short goal kick, which we see a lot at Pride Park actually with Derby, which terrifies you at times when they play out from the back, as Australia has shown this evening they've not been very good at it. And again, England have got possession back on the halfway line. The ball is with Maya Le Tissier, the Manchester United captain. Comes inside the Australia half, finds Charles. Le Tissier has it back. Out to the right to Charles once more. Challenge comes in from Ford. Has to grab around the waist, but Charles is stronger. Morgan gives it back to her. First time ball into Walsh, then up to Mead, who gets a little follow-up from a tackle from behind. Out to the right it goes. England keeping possession and moving Australia's back line around. They're coming forward, going backwards, going right, going left, and England are just pushing and pushing them back on the edge of the penalty area. They come again out on the left with Alicia Russo and now Walsh. They're just waiting to pick their moment. Morgan out to the left to Russo again, side of the box on that right foot, gives it short. Hines back to Russo again. England toying with Australia. Great ball in, header over the bar. What a ball that was.
Yeah, that was a great ball. I think that was one of the best ones we've seen so far. We're trying to play those balls in the air and clip them through, and they haven't been paying off in that way, but that was a good chance for us.
Goal kick. I think was it Beth Mead on the end of that?
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of players going towards it, including the Australian defender. And the referee is not happy with the short goal kick and wants it retaken. As the vuvuzela, or the trumpet, turns up its volume again inside Pride Park. 59 on the watch. England 2, Australia 0. Australia with 10 players after Alana Kennedy was sent off in the first half. Ball's gone all the way back to Hannah Hampton, who's had quite an easy evening. And England get going again. Esme Morgan, who's looked really good coming out of defence and picking her passes. Hines, good ball into Ella Toone, left side of midfield. Ball played forward, good run from Beaver Jones down the left side of the box. She's hurried up though by Hunt, but gets away from her into the penalty area. Can she find a pass? Can she find a shot? Comes out to Toone. Here's an opportunity. Kendall on the edge of the box, right-footed, scuffed, going to fall into the path of the defender, who manages to shepherd it into the goalkeeper's arms. And Mackenzie Arnold managed to get her gloves on that, quick off the line there. Catley, as Australia again playing out from the back, but hurried up again by England, who are forcing them into their own corner flag. And a back heel, and England will have a throw-in. And you're shaking your head, Kira.
I think Australia are really struggling with these goal kicks. They can't really find a way out, and now you've just seen them back heel it in their own corner flag.
Australia get the ball away to Kerr, midway through the England half. Up the line it goes, but that'll go out of play, will it? No, it's slowed up for forward, but then the challenge comes in, and Australia pick up a throw-in and some time in the England half, which is quite unusual in this second half. Loads of other games going on this evening, of course, in the EFL Cup. Last 16, Grimsby 0, Brentford 2 at Blundell Park. Wycombe 1, Fulham 0. A shock on the cards at Adams Park this evening, and then the all-Welsh affair, it's Wrexham 0, Cardiff City 1. As Australia make a foray into the England half on the right-hand side once more. Ball is with Kira Cooney cross down the right to Carpenter. Ball in looking for Kerr at the near post, is turned away and deflected away by Hines on the far side, thrown to Australia. And England are going to make a quadruple substitution in a moment. And in fact, they're going to do it now. So here we go. This is always great for a commentator. And we're going to see Ella Toone removed and replaced by Missy Bo Kearns. Also coming off is Kira Walsh, the captain, and she is replaced by Georgia Stanway.
Coming off number 4, Kira Walsh, replaced by number 14.
Also coming off is Alicia Russo, who's going to be replaced by Michelle Agyemang.
Coming off number 9, Alicia Russo.
And Alex Greenwood is going to replace Taylor Hines. And having two summarisers this evening means I have the delightful opportunity to ask you for the replacements and who's going where, Lauren Taft, as I can see you writing it down. So that's fantastic. Thank you.
I like to keep organised, Ed.
Good stuff. Some like-for-like changes. Michelle Agyemang coming on, of course, as well, who's had a really good start to her England career. And maybe I get the opportunity to commentate on a goal by another Agyemang at Pride Park, with Patrick Agyemang playing for Derby County, of course. Thrown to Australia on the right, into the England penalty area. It's going to bounce. Sam Kerr can't keep it in, and she's headed it out of play. Goal kick. England 2, Australia 0, and we played nearly 18 minutes of the second half. And some fresh legs coming on. Georgia Stanway, Lauren, you played against in the past?
Yeah, once upon a time ago, back when I was 16, 17, she used to play for Blackburn, and she stood out there and she scored all the goals when I was playing for Derby, and yeah, she was one of the ones we used to talk about who would definitely make it, and here she is today.
So no surprise for you then. England giving the ball away. Sam Kerr has it on the near side left for Australia. Ford makes the run on her outside. The challenge comes in from Le Tissier, and it's gone out of play. It's Le Tissier gone into right back now, I think. She played against Brazil, although she plays at centre half for Manchester United. Or maybe England will push to a 3. We'll see when they get into their shape once more. Let's have a look. No, she is at centre half. They were just all out of position. Here is Niamh Charles, on this near side right. Goes infield to Lucia Kendall. And Le Tissier clips a nice ball out to the far left. It's chested down. And it's a good run. Although I think the offside flag is about to go up on Aggie Beever-Jones, and it is. And it will be a free kick to Australia, who haven't made any changes despite being 2-0 down with 10 players. Free kick, offside. England lead by 2-0. Have you had time to dissect those changes, Lauren?
Yeah, I've had time. It's obviously great to see the changes that she's made as well. The likes of Greenwood, full of experience as well. She obviously plays full-back and centre-back. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what these can do, especially Kearns as well, someone new, someone fresh in the squad.
There's a challenge there in midfield, a good tackle by Kearns, who won the ball back as Australia were dawdling in possession. Ball is pushed across field by Stanway. England have it out on that left side once more. Opportunity to try and push Australia back. To the edge of the box it comes, and then Stanway is stretching in the tackle. Keeps possession, shot across goal. England want a corner, they're going to get a goal kick. Stanway's challenge was interesting there. I thought the referee might have called a free kick there.
I think she loves to fly into challenges just like that. Sometimes she gets on the wrong end of them, but she just about escaped this one.
England 2, Australia 0. Australia playing out from the back once more. It's the England voices you can hear around Pride Park this evening. The Australian green and gold in the far corner, silenced very early on. Here's Agyemang, ball pushed forward down the left side. Beever-Jones has it. Kendall on the edge of the box has a shot. It's deflected. It's not cleared properly by Australia. It was a misplaced cue by Cooney Cross, and England keep it with Stanway. And now Esme Morgan as they push forward once more. Greenwood, it's her foot on the ball. Stanway infield, finds her out to the left to Aggie Beever-Jones once more. Defender to beat in Carpenter on the outside, gets the cross into the near post, and Arnold is there and holds it into a midriff. Wants an option, can't bowl it out, does in the end, and gets Australia moving once more as they push forward. But England just close down. They just look a lot fitter, a lot brighter than their opponents this evening. As Le Tissier gets caught in a challenge, comes away with the ball. The referee playing on as two players collided there. Little short pass into the path of Stanway at the right side of midfield. It goes now. Beth Mead looks up. Early ball. Agyemang arriving, controls it and can't get possession. And out comes the keeper. Opportunity there. Agyemang on the front foot.
Just didn't quite fall for her where she'd want it to fall, so she couldn't quite get a shot off.
Still some great noise inside Pride Park. Derby County women in action tomorrow night at the Don Amott Arena. As the ball is pushed forward again down that right-hand side, and England can't keep possession of the football, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Yeah, Derby County women in action tomorrow night at the Don Amott Arena, and they just suddenly turned their form upwards in the last few weeks. Thumping win, 6-0 win at Coventry Sphinx at the weekend in the Cup, as Australia managed to play out from the back pretty well this time, as Heatley plays it up the left-hand side. Opportunity for Catley, good possession, one back by Charles, falls over, but finds a little short pass to Kendall. As Australia being pushed back once more, it was Kearns in fact who had the ball, and now Stanway on the edge of the penalty area. Here is Kendall. Stanway again. Plenty of white shirts want the ball. Out to the right it goes to Beth Mead. Overlap coming from Charles. There it is. Gets to the byline. Cross is clipped in and headed on by Kendall. And it's dropping out of the far side and cleared by Australia. And England will have a throw-in the corner flag.
That was great to see Charles there getting involved in attacking higher up again, like Lucy Bronze, who loves to do that. It was a great chance created.
Here they come again, England. Ball into the box, headed away by Catley. Comes out on the edge of the penalty area to Charles. Gives it short to Mead. And a tackle comes in from behind on Lucia Kendall, whose arms were out at the referee. England retain possession with Charles. And it goes back to the midway point. And Maya Le Tissier. Yeah, Derby County women in action tomorrow night at the Don Amott Arena, 7 o'clock kickoff against Stoke City. If you're in the area, as here come Australia's changes. England 2, Australia 0, 69 minutes gone. You're listening to commentary on BBC Radio Derby, 5 Sports Extra and BBC Sounds with Ed Dawes, Kira Wright and Lauren Taff, former Derby County women players. As Australia are bringing off Amy Sayer.
Also coming off number 17,
and Ellie Rasso's coming on. Also coming on is
and coming off number 7,
Claire Wheeler
Steph Catley,
in place of Steph Catley.
replaced by number 22, Charlotte Grant.
Charlotte Grant is coming on for number 20, Sam Kerr. So 3 changes for Australia. Sam Kerr, the legendary Australian captain, the day is done. England take the throw-in on the left and keep possession with Maya Le Tissier, who wants an option, finds Stanway, who gives her the ball back. Again, England passing, moving into space, the little triangles, trying to force Australia out of their back line, of their deep defensive shape, as Hannah Hampson pings it out to the left, laid off. Beaver Jones holds the ball up, twists away from 2 black shirts, keeps possession well. Stanway once more. Options on this near side with Niamh Charles, controls it well. Kendall comes to make herself available. Down the right side of the box she goes. Defender comes to meet her. What can she do? Lays it back to Charles again. Infield to Stanway, whose touch is heavy. Out of play, throw into Australia in the left back position. What do you make of those changes, Lauren?
Yeah, I think they've had to make those changes. Sam Kerr, I think we've done for England, we've done a really good job to isolate Turn Frustrator. So I think now, Australia are going to have to look for a good reaction now with these changes, and England just need to adapt to that.
England have possession with Stanway and now Le Tissier and Esme Morgan as they look to push forward once more. Again, Australia being pushed back. Good ball, Mead. Early ball in. Ajimang, oh, nearly. She got it caught in her feet. And she says thank you for the ball, but should have done better, Kira.
Yeah, she got the ball stuck in her feet and she just couldn't quite get it out. I think probably would have wanted to pass a yard or two ahead of her so she could have hit it into a stride, but should have done better.
Should have done better, which is probably the motto of the performance this evening from the Matildas. As England have possession again with Kendall in midfield, challenged, wins it back though. It was Beaver Jones in there as well. England have it as the ball is moved around at walking pace. No need to take risks now as Beth Mead turns away brilliantly. Edge of the box, opens up the space, does Ajimang's run. Mead still has it, can't get a shot away, runs it back. Stanway takes an extra touch, shoots brilliantly, and it's a good save from Arnold away to her left. And England will pick up the rebound. A strong challenge comes in from Charlotte Grant, but England keep possession. Stanway, Morgan, Kendall, edge of the box. Ajimang nearly got through, went to ground. Goalkeeper Arnold comes out to collect it. Nearly again.
I don't think Stanway needs an invitation to shoot. She's always trying to get a shot off and wasn't enough to go.
England, England is the cry. You can hear the youthful voice inside the Pride Park Stadium crowd this evening. That's a poor bit of play there by Australia, giving the ball away to England once more. Ajimang, Kendall, edge of the box, Stanway and Kendall once more. It's Claire Wheeler Agyemang's just holding her left, what looks like a hamstring at the moment, as Hunt gets back to tackle for Australia. It's cleared away downfield by Arnold, the goalkeeper. Up goes Esme Morgan, won by Stanway in midfield. Keep your eye on Stanway, who's definitely got some discomfort. Sorry, not Stanway, Agyemang, who's definitely got some discomfort in what looks like the back of her thigh and the left leg. And just wonder if it's going to cause an early exit for her. Here come England again, Beth Mead. Charles out on the right, takes a couple of touches, back to Mead once more. And England keeping possession with Letitia, running it down the right side, looking for the forward run of Cairns, but England can't get there. And then strong in midfield is the challenge from Ford. Here come England again. It's Aggie Beever-Jones on the left foot, shot across goal, and down goes the goalkeeper at the middle of the goal to take it comfortably, and gets Australia moving again up that right side. A fast run forward by Ellie Carpenter into the England half, who's trying to catch England out to the edge of the penalty area. They've not got enough numbers there at the moment. Wheeler is there. And it's gone down to walking pace once more. Carpenter exchanges passes with Wheeler, and then an offside flag and a challenge that was late on the England player on the far side, who I think is Agyemang, who's down in a heap and needs a bit of attendance from the physio. Just wonder whether that's connected, because she was holding the back of her left thigh, wasn't she?
Yeah, she looks like she's struggling, which is such a shame, because she's a fantastic player who's done so well so far, being in the England setup at such a young age as well, so hopefully this won't be something too serious.
Also looks like Aggie Beever-Jones there is carrying a knock and asking to be substituted as well, so it's not looking too good for them.
Sweet Caroline echoes round Pride Park Stadium. Grimsby 0, Brentford 3. At the end of the first half at Blundell Park, no cup shocks there unless there's a worldy second half. Wycombe Wanderers 1, Fulham 0 in added time at the end of the first half there, and Wrexham leading Wrexham trailing Cardiff City by a goal to 0 at the racecourse ground. And I think Aggie Beever-Jones, as you said, Kira, is going to make way in a moment perhaps, or does she want tape? She's making a gesture to one of the 5,000 coaches that England have on the bench. England are going to bring on Chloe Kelly, whose yellow headband is in place, and she puts her shirt on, and you would think that that might be a straight swap, really. Agyemang's getting some serious treatment by the medics on that far side. The St John's ambulance and the stretcher are now making their way across the pitch, and there is some concern from the other England players around her at the moment. As we approach 77 minutes, England 2, Australia 0. On 19 minutes, Alana Kennedy was sent off, bringing down Alessia Russo, who was through on goal, about to shoot just outside the box. It was an easy decision for the referee, Juliana Dimitrescu, to make a straight red card. Free kick was given, and Aggie Beever-Jones scuffed it into the wall, came back to her, and she drilled it past everyone into the top corner. So England leading at that point, and they doubled up 4 minutes before half-time. Ella Toon's run round the back of the Australian defence, pulling it back, and on her birthday, Lucy Bronze was there to drill it across goal into the bottom corner of the net for her 21st goal for the Lionesses. And this stoppage continues. It's interesting, England playing Australia tonight, of course, because they're going to meet quite a lot in the next few weeks in various sports. The Rugby League Ashes, of course, started at Wembley between England and Australia on Saturday, with England getting a bit of a hiding by 26 points to 6. They've got 2 more to go, and the next one is at Everton's Hill Dickinson Stadium in a week's time. The third one takes place a week later. And of course the autumn internationals start soon as well, with England playing Australia on the 1st of November at Twickenham. And of course, the Ashes, hotly contested, expected, and can't wait for that. There's going to be some disturbed sleep coming between November and December as England fly down under to take on Australia in the Ashes. And all the talk, of course, is that, well, Stuart Broad has said that Australia have the worst team to put out in the Ashes since 2010, in an article you can read on BBC Sport Online. You can also read plenty of other Ashes build-up, which has gone up today. Michael Vaughan, of course, has been talking about his Ashes experience, winning them in 2005, but says they wouldn't have been able to win it then if they hadn't have gone through the disappointment of those experiences in previous Ashes contests before that. As we still wait for news on Michelle Agyemang. This looks really serious, Kira, doesn't it? Because she's not moved, and it looks like she might end up on a stretcher.
Yeah, it's such a shame for her. It's a great start to England career, and this isn't really something that she would have wanted. I think it was a big season for her going back on loan to Brighton, and she would have kind of looked to cement herself, to kind of make herself back in that Arsenal squad next season, but it looks like she's making her way off the pitch now. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Well, there are applause on that far side, and the stretcher is making its way over to this side of the ground in the main stand, and it's always a sad sight to see a player leave a pitch on a stretcher, and that's exactly what Michelle Agyemang is doing right now. She's getting a standing ovation from everyone around Pride Park Stadium as the St John's ambulance staff carry the stretcher onto a waiting trolley. And Chloe Kelly will replace her. That is disappointing for her. And on comes Chloe Kelly. And England will have a free kick on the far side as the medical staff will take her off down the tunnel. And that is disappointing, isn't it, Lauren?
Yeah, it's really disappointing. I think for her career as well. She's 19, she's so young, she's made such an impact already. I think when she came off for Brazil at the weekend, the fans were roaring for us. It just shows how special she is as a player.
We're underway once more. There should be some serious stoppage time at the end of this game. Ball played over the top by England. Out comes Mackenzie Arnold with a pass that's going to cause Grant a few problems as she's got Charles all over her back and forces her to put the ball out of play. It's not good decision making by Mackenzie Arnold, Kira, there, who knew that her teammate was going to be put under pressure and decided to pass to her rather than launching it away downfield.
No, I think that's something that Australia have been culprit of all game, making the wrong decision.
Charles down the right for England, trying to get a cross in. Cooney crosses in the way. Australia clear it. Ball is on the right with Hayley Raso, and handball is the verdict as the ball bounced high on her body, and the referee was in there to give England a free kick on the left side, which has been taken. They have it with Stanway. They push it left. Greenwood's on that far side. Back in field it goes. England keeping possession, moving Australia around. May Letitia has it once more midway through the Australia half. Diagonal ball out to that left side. Chested down. England keeping possession and moving it quickly. Kendall, edge of the box. Good strong challenge. Australia come away with it. Really good play on that far side. And then the ball goes out of play for an Australian throw, which the England players couldn't believe. Quite a battle on that far side between Stanway has it now. Chests it down. Challenge comes in. And a free kick. It was Claire Wheeler. Another England player's gone down in a heap midway through the Australia half. Just trying to...
I think it's Aggie Beever-Jones.
Is it?
Aggie Beever-Jones. Taking that tape off that she just had put on.
That is, yeah. She was over on the near side, wasn't she? Indicating that she wanted tape.
No, she's decided she doesn't want tape.
She doesn't want tape. She sat down. And will England make another change? The physio is on, and we wait once more.
Can't see any other England players warming up though.
Not at the moment, as it is the Australian players away to our left who are. Aggie Beever-Jones is walking off on this near side. There's no hurry to replace her. Push has got to be off for 30 seconds anyway. As England have the ball and a free kick on the centre circle. It's just interesting to see what's happening at the moment, because the England players are saying, come on, Maya Le Tissier and Niamh Charles, start having a drink and a chat. We want to get on with it. You ever guilty of that?
A little bit. I think they probably want a bit of a respite, even though I think the game slowed down in the second half.
Here's Charles, good first touch down the right-hand side, getting blocked out of it by Cooney Cross, but might win it back here. It's not been cleared. She has won it back, but then the touch is a bit heavy as Australia come away with it. And the ball is played down the line. And England are down to 10 players as well at the moment. And they shall probably end the game with 10 players, as they have made all their substitutes. So yeah, it's 10 aside. Good spot. I was expecting it to come back on, then I followed the ball. It's dangerous. Never follow the ball. You've got to have eyes everywhere. That's why we employ you. Kira Ryan, Lauren Taft on commentary with us this evening here at Pride Park. England 2, Australia 0. And it's 10 aside now. Australia having a player sent off, but England having an injured player, as Aggie Beever-Jones, who's had a sterling effort this evening, has gone off with an injury. Free kick, foul in midfield on Missy Bowe-Kearns. And England take it quickly, as we've played nearly 85 minutes, but we will have quite a bit of added time as England win another corner. They're fifth on the left-hand side. The game petering out.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a different game now to the first half. It's more attack first, defence counting on the other Australia's box, and it's almost what can England create intricately. And
England's first defeat under Sarina Wiegman was a defeat to Australia at Brentford back in April 2003. Ball comes in back post, headed away well by Carpenter, taken away by Australia. Challenge comes in though, and England win it back. It was Morgan initially, and Kendall's gone down in a heap, and the referee's given a foul for a clip by Bowe-Kearns on Claire Wheeler in midfield. Australia move it quickly out to the right-hand side. Some defending to do for Alex Greenwood, who's going to be helped out by Chloe Kelly as the ball comes across goal, and it's turned away on the far side for another throw-in to Australia. Level the penalty area out on the right-hand side. They'll be looking to try and get back into it. Attendance this evening, 26,544, which is a surprise considering it was a sellout of 32,500. Intriguing.
Something doesn't add up there.
Something doesn't add up there. My maths ain't great, just like my English there. But yeah, anyway, England are leading 2-0, and an offside flag has gone up in defence there, and they'll have a free kick. Lots to ponder for the Australian head coach, Joe Montemuro, who took over in June. And it'll only be his second defeat in 5 matches, having won 2 and drawn the other. As England have possession once more with Maya Le Tissier, who's done pretty well this evening, moving into that central defensive role. England give the ball away though, and here's Ford, who's getting challenged but shrugs off the attention. They're coming away down the right-hand side, Australia. Carpenter gets the ball in, deflecting off the body of Alex Greenwood, and out of play on that far side. And a throw into Australia once more. And the first noticeable manoeuvres from the home faithful leaving Pride Park as Carpenter goes into the England penalty area, dribbles to the right-hand side of the box, holds it up, lays it back to Ford, back to goal, needs an opportunity, lays it back again, and a shot is over the bar from distance. A wayward effort from Katrina Gorey.
Australia haven't caused any threat really. That's obviously the first kind of chance we've seen in our half, and I think, like you said earlier, Ed, it's unusual to see him in our half at the moment. We've been so calm and composed in our half, and then it's been us really in their half attacking.
Absolutely. England bring the ball out at walking pace. Ever since they raced into that 2-0 lead and the player was sent off in the first half, England have been so dominant, but it's getting through the second half without doing anything ridiculous, any major injury. Sadly, we have had a major injury to Michel Agyemang, but everything else has gone to plan. And England have shown some spirit bouncing back from that defeat to Brazil. Here they come again. Kearns' ball intercepted well by Heatley, but England will pick it up with Beth Mead. And now Georgia Stanway and push left again. And Alex Greenwood will find Chloe Kelly in the black boots on the far side. Cuts back on the right boot. Needs options. Goes short. Stanway just exchanging passes and triangles again. Ball to the edge of the box. Kelly needs an opportunity. Goes short. A shot from distance from Kearns is charged down by Australia. And here's Stanway once more. Australia trying to raise their line outside the D of the penalty area. England dispossessed. Australia have it with Ford. Push away now with Charlotte Grant. Little short pass to Cooney Cross. And then across the back line, and they try and build on that right-hand side with Claire Hunt, who uses Carpenter, who's been up and down that touchline all evening, full of energy. Australia now keeping possession to try and limit any more damage that England can give them. Great observation there as Morgan steps in at the back to win the ball. England have possession. Georgia Stanway collides with an Australian player in midfield, then picks her up. And England keep possession with Niamh Charles. Stanway again. Noise has not abated one bit here at Pride Park this evening. Charles has it again, puts her foot on the ball. Australia are going to make 2 more changes in a moment. As the 4th official readies her board. And here is Morgan. Heavy ball forward. Goalkeeper will come and get that. What do you think Sarina Wiegman will have taken from this game then, Lauren, this evening?
I think she probably wanted the reaction, obviously, off the back of Saturday. She knows that her team have started off really well, and especially from the Euros, obviously, with the edge all on the edge of our seats, I think, in the Euros, but especially on Saturday, I think it was a slow start and chances were created in the second half, but we flipped it tonight. We've started off strong, we've been confident and worked together. So I think she'll be pleased with the performance, probably just not so much with the amount of goals we could have scored.
Ball is to the right-hand side for Australia. Carpenter's away again. Clean pair of heels. Can she get to the byline? She cuts inside. She goes outside, showing Greenwood a few issues there. Runs it back. Wheeler has it. She keeps possession. In the moment that she turns away from going forward, the chance has gone a little bit. Hunt's ball forward is all the way through to Hannah Hampton. 6 minutes of added time then at the end of this second half. England cruising to a 2-0 victory. Although both sides will finish with 10 players on the field, Australia punished in the first half for Alana Kennedy's foul on Alessia Russo, who was through on goal. And then Aggie Beaver-Jones has picked up a knock, which has seen her leave the field, and England had already made their changes in this game. But it's not changed anything, as England have the ball in central midfield. Stanway gets away from Wheeler. And now Greenwood, and now out to the left to Kelly, and Kelly can run at Carpenter, but opts to go back in field and uses Stanway once more. Stanway exchanges passes on the edge of the penalty area, could open up to the shot, does shoot, hits the backside of Claire Hunt. And Australia get the ball away downfield and out of play for an England throw in the left back position. And waiting patiently to come on is Remy Simpson. And also Jamila Rankin. So off coming for Australia, Caitlin Fords. Number 9, who's done a lot of running this evening, to no avail for her. And also coming off is Cara Cooney Cross for Remy Simpson. Did you like coming on at this late stage when the game was over? I mean, it's a cap, isn't it, I guess? But
they all count, I guess.
They all count, yeah. It's a bit different international football, I guess.
Yeah, they all count.
Absolutely. Well, Caitlin Ford, who is coming off slowly, will then turn her attentions back to Arsenal. She was actually the youngest Australian to play in a World Cup in 2011 at the age of 16, Caitlin Ford. 39 goals and 137 appearances. Not tonight, though. As as we are into the added time. We've played 2.5 minutes of the 6. Ball out on the right. Here is Niamh Charles for England. Held up well by Lucia Kendall in midfield on debut. How do you think she's done on her debut, Lucia Kendall?
I think she's been excellent tonight. She's been offering and wanting the ball. She's been strong physically as well. Technically, she's a great player. She's offering different runs throughout, but she's been very consistent tonight. So, yeah, she should be really proud of herself for her debut.
Absolutely. The Aston Villa player. Here come England again. Niamh Charles, edge of the box. Little challenge comes in on her by Rankin. And Charlotte Grant comes away with it. Ball is held up by Simpson. Little shirt pulling going on there. Simpson does well. And the referee has given a free kick for the shirt pull. As Australia will take that free kick midway through their own half. As it's cleared away by England. It's one back by Cairns. And Morgan has it once more. Here is Stanway, getting fouled by Wheeler, who's got arms around her waist. See, that's interesting, because that was holding around the waist and a free kick was given. And I moan incessantly watching Championship football in this stadium about the physicality and the fact that clear fouls are not given, but this is given.
I think you see that in football. I think the way the Championship referee compared to Premier League compared to international, I think you just want consistency across all levels of football. Absolutely right. You should join my club.
England lead by 2-0, and we've got just over a minute of added time to play. Here goes Niamh Charles up the right, going to be tackled, but she's done really well to keep the ball. Gets the ball in at the near post. It's going to be cleared away by Australia in the end by Charlotte Grant, and then it's Remy Simpson, who's done really well but can't find a black shirt to come away with it, and England just mop it up and retain possession with Maya Le Tissier. And they are passing through Australia at times, intricate angles, and doing really well.
I think the two centre-backs have done really well today with a new partnership, and obviously now with Millie Bright retiring and Leah Williamson out injured, I think they've got to step up and almost take their shirts and earn their place for that World Cup squad.
Esme Morgan has looked really good bringing the ball out of defence this evening. England have it out on the left-hand side once more. Chloe Kelly, can she get the ball to the byline? She can. The challenge comes in on Cairns, and she was the last person to touch it, and it's out for a goal kick. And we got 40 seconds of added time to play. England leading by 2-0. And it'll be an England victory, which will be coming shortly. Hold on, what's happened here? Yeah. The referee has blown the whistle, and I think we're going to have a VAR check for what can only be a penalty decision, surely, on that challenge on Cairns on the byline just moments ago. As she did have the last touch and it went out for a goal kick, so we shall see. We can't see the monitor, we don't have monitors. Referee has gone to the monitor and is now making the decision to give England a penalty right at the death, which is incredible. It didn't look like one from here, but I do not have a monitor. So there you go. England have a penalty right at the death here. Thoughts?
Yeah, unexpected. When you see the clear and obvious penalties, you shout for them, don't you? But I think, I didn't expect that one there. So, yeah, England can use this at an advantage now.
Well, there you go. Georgia Stanway's got the ball, and she's put it on the spot. And England have a penalty at the south stand end of Pride Park, right at the death of this wonderful occasion in Barbados, as we call it locally. And what can Stanway do? Hands on hips, the referee checking that everybody is outside the penalty area. Stanway focused, eyes on the ball. Referee blows her whistle. Stanway steps up and drills it top corner and caps the night for England, who lead by 3-0, whose first half was excellent, whose second half was measured, and Stanway drills it into the top right-hand corner for her 26th England goal on her 86th appearance for her country. And we have only seconds to go now. and it's England 3, Australia 0.
Yeah, fantastic penalty from Stanway. Gives you a nice flashback to Saturday, doesn't it, when she did it then? So, yeah, top stuff from her.
So the referee gets us going, and the ball is out on the right-hand side, and that is time, and England have won by 3-0. A convincing performance by the Lionesses on their homecoming tour, which you can only say now has got itself going. A perfect response for Sarina Wiegman's team after the defeat to Brazil. They have come to Derby and they have beaten Australia comfortably. A goal from Aggie Beever-Jones in the first half, doubled up by Lucy Bronze. The game put to bed in added time by Georgia Stanway's penalty. Alana Kennedy sent off in the first half from Australia's point of view, which really changed the game as a contest. But it has finished here at Pride Park. England 3, Australia 0.